want to buy a house but don't have $20,000 sitting in the bank, here's exactly how I was able to save $20,000 without getting a second job. Most people think you need to work more hours in order to buy a house, but that is not always true or feasible. Work-life balance is hectic enough in 2026 without the additional stress of another job. Sometimes really it's just about being intentional with the money you already have. So the first thing I did was save majority of my tax refund. I didn't spend it on things like upgrading my car, going on a lavish trip. I just put that money to the side. The second thing I did was stop eating out as much. Now, I know that sounds crazy. You got to do it. It was hard for me, and I did treat myself, but I just didn't go out as much. So I was just scaling back a little bit. So instead of 5 days a week, I scaled back to 2 to 3 days. I end up going to the grocery store, making spaghetti in large batches. You know, spaghetti usually lasts 3 to 4 days in a household. So those 3 to 4 days, I did not go out to eat. That can add up to nearly $200 a week saved on not going out. Easy peasy. And then the third thing I did was increase my contribution to my 401k. That one, the max I think was 6% you can contribute. My employer matched 6%. That's 12% being contributed now. And then check with your service provider, but most service providers allow you to withdraw up to 50% for the purchase of your primary resident without any tax penalty implications. But check with your provider. Majority of them do allow this. But you just have to find out what are their guidelines to how much you can withdraw or anything like that. So by me contributing to my 401k at the max amount, the retirement account was able to grow drastically. I want to say at the time I wanted to withdraw, I may have had about $30,000 in there. I was able to withdraw 15 of that. So out of $15,000 from my 401k, $2,500 from my tax refund, and another $2,500 from me cutting back on expenses. That's $20,000 I was able to save effortlessly. The kicker not to use all $20,000 was I negotiated with the seller to pay majority of my closing costs. So instead of me using the $20,000 now, I only really needed to contribute $16,000 towards the purchase of my new home. Easy peasy. So the truth is, it's not always about making more money. It's really about being intentional with the money you already have. If you're wondering how much you need in order to buy your home, comment the word home, and I'll help you create a personalized plan.